Today we're going to talk about the 7 most unusual things about Amsterdam. But it's only unusual to me and to you. Well, maybe not to me because I'm kind of a local now. I moved to Amsterdam about a year ago, so I'm kind of used to it now, but the first few months was definitely like, what's going on here? Let's go. Also, can we talk about how quiet it is here? It's so quiet. We all know Amsterdam is known for its beautiful canals, its architecture, and some other things too. But today I wanted to focus on just 7 things that I found unusual when I moved here. Starting off with putting a bench out on the street when you don't have a garden.
In Amsterdam, many people don't have a front or backyard, but that won't stop people from wanting to sit outside. People put out benches, tables, or anything really. Whenever it's nice weather, you'll see people sitting outside, having a coffee, or just catching up with a friend.
Oh yeah, there are like these food vending machines. I have to go find one, but they're so interesting. It's basically like a massive vending machine, but only of Dutch fried foods. And it just looks so fun. I'm gonna see if I can find a store. You need to see this.
This is one of the coolest looking things in Amsterdam. This store called Fabo has a system where you can buy their food without having to talk to someone. It's basically a self-checkout for food. It's mostly fast foods such as fried food and burgers or fries, stuff like that. You just put some coins in the machine or use your card and pick which one you want. Warning, I've made a really dumb rookie mistake before where I paid for the food, but for some reason I opened up the wrong slot that was completely empty with no food inside, and then I had to end up paying again to get one with food inside. Pretty dumb, honestly. Don't do that.
The bike culture here is absolutely insane. Rain, shine, snow, cold, they're biking. It doesn't matter when or how.
Everyone always bikes. There are bike paths everywhere. I'm pretty sure that there are actually more bike paths in the city than there are normal car roads. There's no biking just for fun in Amsterdam. That's not what people do. Everyone is going somewhere. It's a use of transportation and everyone's in a rush. So don't go in the bike lane thinking, oh, this is gonna be a fun little bike ride. No. You gotta pedal. You gotta pedal fast. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know where you're going. It's intense. Talking about bikes, there are these weird mini cars that are allowed to drive on the bike path.
These mini cars are honestly such an interesting concept.
It looks kind of like a washing machine on wheels, and it's for 2 people, but it's just strange. I still find it strange today, and it's been a year since I've moved here. It's something that's gonna take me a while to get used to. But yeah, so these little cars just drive on the bike lane, and they can also go on the road. So basically, they got the best of both worlds. But yeah, it's a strange looking thing.
It very high-key looks like a washing machine on wheels, literally.
You may have heard about this one already.
Something that took me a while to get used to and I'm still not used to is eating dinner at 5 o'clock. I don't eat dinner at 5 o'clock, I still eat it at 8 or 9. It's just such a weird thing.
It's something that I don't think I'm ever gonna change. It's just really strange. A few weeks ago, I was having dinner with a large group of people and we had to meet at 4:30. Yes, 4:30. We were done by 5:30. I'm sorry, I got home and I had dinner again. That was just lunch for me. The 5th unusual thing about Amsterdam that I had to get used to, I actually really like. It's underground trash cans. It's honestly brilliant. These trash cans in Amsterdam look small, but they're not. The whole storage space is hidden under the ground. So you put the trash in, close it, and it just falls. Bah! I didn't manage to film the trucks picking up the trash cans, but I did find this video on the internet. It is such a mesmerizing thing, but sometimes I'm like, wow, I really wouldn't want to fall into that hole when they're picking up the trash. I don't know, that's just my thought. Also, this makes sure that the smell is not that strong because since it's all underground, the smell doesn't come up, you know?
Gone. Out of sight and out of mind.
Next up, we have
Houseboats. So people just literally live on the water, on a houseboat. It's a boat and it's a house.
Houseboats are like the coolest looking thing in Amsterdam. I honestly want to live in one. It looks so fun. Amsterdam has a huge housing shortage. So since there's so much water in the city, they've decided to start building houses on the water. It's pretty brilliant. They may look small, but these houses actually have so much space, and sometimes are actually even bigger than the average apartment. This one I saw when biking around looks so futuristic. I really want to see what the inside looks like. Oh yeah, and they also have direct access to the street. Some even have a little front yard, a little balcony on the water. I mean, they look fantastic. But it's definitely something that you won't see anywhere else. So it is something you gotta get used to. You know, someone you meet one day might live on a houseboat, and that's totally fine. And finally, number 7. I left the most obvious one for the last one, which is weed. Weed is legal in Amsterdam. But here's the thing, locals don't overthink it. It's just what it is. Obviously, tourists come from all over the world to smoke some weed. Also, an important lesson. If you see a coffee shop in Amsterdam, it's not a coffee shop. A coffee shop is where you go to get some weed. A cafe is where you go to get some coffee. The truth is that the whole city smells like weed. It is something you get used to, but at first, the smell can be quite strong. I did not want to add an 8th one just because I think the number 7 looks better, but I can't leave this one out. The red light district here in Amsterdam is also known worldwide. It's not that prostitution is unusual, it's just the way that it's done here in Amsterdam that is unusual. But honestly, I respect the way that it's done here because it's not hidden. Everywhere else around the world, there's prostitution. It's just that it's done secretly and discreetly. It's all hidden. Here in Amsterdam, they're very open about it, and because of that, there's respect. There's a no filming policy, so I made sure to film only empty rooms and nothing that shouldn't be on the internet. It's important to always be respectful.
Well, I hope you learned something new today, and that you will be ready for the next time you come to Amsterdam or the first time that you come to Amsterdam, and the shock won't be as real. You know, maybe some of the things on the list are not so shocking but kind of cool. Anyway, this city's great. I could do this for days, for hours. There's so much more I could talk about. If you like this video, like it and leave a comment, and you know, maybe I'll do more of this. Have a good day, make sure you sleep, eat, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.